Oops. All right. Hello, everyone. I am Feather Monster. I am here casting a NSL Season 4 game. First round of Week 2, I do believe. It should be TAWsome versus French Company. Getting things set up here. They were just goofing off, warming up, and all that jazz. So now that we're finally switching to one of our. Wait, I don't. Yeah, now that we're switching to the one of our maps that we'll be playing this time, we're actually going to be, since it is week 2, we will be playing, let's see, Descent and Veil. I had to double check. um, this is Division 4B, so these games may be a little bit silly, but hopefully they will end up being beneficial for all parties involved. After all, I think as a community, we're all obligated to help people get better, at least as far as the lower divisions go, because some of the things that get messed up are pretty silly. I think that's a good word for it, silly. And it looks like since we'll be starting on Vale, we'll see who joins up. We've got Nexus as a ref, and I believe that they had a few extra people in the server before the map change, so we'll wait a little bit before going over the rosters, but it looks like French Company will be starting as aliens. I hope the people watched the Titus versus Snails game earlier. That was pretty fun. Versal was totally OP that entire thing. But let's see here. We'll see. How many we got in here? Of course, all the people with SSDs are already on the map now. Just waiting on. Everybody's logging in now. Actually, put down my headset for one moment here and take care of something. Because I forgot, including getting a glass of water. So while they do this. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, one of the things that I definitely think that we as a community should be doing is helping out the Div 4, definitely the Div 4 teams, trying to make sure that they could close that skill gap and maybe next season be in Div 3 or, and then leave Div 4 for new blood, which will hopefully exist. I mean, obviously, it's always good to get new players and help people out, which is part of the reason why I like seeing games go 2-2, because that means that hopefully the two teams are pretty evenly matched. Yeah, we've got everybody in here. So current lineups for TAWsome, we've got Skyfish, Pumper, Tootie, Humley, Hefty, and Fondez. And on French Company, we've got Mimo88. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have issues with this name because my brain is like shorting it right now. Fodicus? Fo? I'll call him that until somebody corrects me in chat, which hopefully somebody will do because I feel like I'm saying it completely wrong. Bip Bip, Zam, Urkor, and Commander Kai for French Company. Anyway, let's see here. Believe I already said I hope everybody enjoyed the Snails versus Titus game earlier, and I'm sure that quite a few people probably have the Sauna versus Imagine game up in another window at this point. I watched as much of it as I could, and then minimized it so that I could continue watching later, obviously. I believe we have a couple other games going on right now, but I don't want to alt tab in case people get set up since we've got a ready call here from French Company. So hopefully this game will get started soon. It's always nice when stuff related to NS2 starts reasonably on time. But yeah, 15 minutes late. Well, close enough. Wait, we got Nyx is saying wait here. But it's close enough, I guess. At least I'm assuming it's ready. I'm pretty sure OBS is working. Quick Alt-Tab here to get OBS moved over so I could see it. There we go. Okay, here we go. Game 3, 2, 1. And we've got a pipeline start here for FrenchCompany, while of course TAWsome starts in control. Unsurprisingly, they're power building an armory. Meanwhile, it looks like we've got Commander Kai and Bip Bip going up towards Topo, while we've got 3 going into Nano here. I'm assuming, well, just going into the vents in Nano. Got them building up the power, 2 going into Skylights. Or 3 in Skylights, sorry, missed one. They're waiting there up in the ceiling before falling down to pounce on Humley, and they're probably going to get wiped. They get wiped, but almost take down both Pumper and Humley. Hummel? Somebody correct me later on. Meanwhile, we've got just 3 guys waiting around in Nano. Well, 2 now. Mimo's going to go over and try and get some parasites off, I would assume, on Pumper and Hummel. Hummelite? Yeah, I'm going to go with Hummel. Somebody correct me. We've got Hefty and Fondes moving into sub and looking around for aliens that are not currently present. Mimo's going to go in there again and try to get a parasite on Fondes. Misses just barely. Over here in C12, we just missed a little battle there, unfortunately. Got Mimo moving up towards Skylights to poke at that RT while TAWsome is capping subsector. Hasn't been any direct pressure on Nano as of yet, but Commander Kai was trying to take down the RT, gets taken out by a Pumper. And then we got him running away there. And Hefty and Fondes moving into subsector. They do have mines up, so, but no obs yet, so they obviously can't place that gate yet. Got Mimo moving in behind them very quietly. So they are moving in to probably poke at the cargo RT. Got Pupper just coming through the vent there and taking out Bip Bip. And will be taken out by Commander Kai. And yeah, there they go, taking down the, I believe that's the first RT so far. There goes Phase Tech. That will most likely go down because their Bip Bip and Core will probably be a little bit late getting there. And there it goes. Or Core, sorry. I'm apparently not quite awake yet. I mean, yeah, it's like noon, but I'm still apparently not coherent enough to be casting properly. Sorry about that. Anyway, Skyfish just hiding around the corner there waiting for Mimo, who gets taken. Ooh, yeah, he does get taken out there. Meanwhile, over in the dome, they were taking down some cysts, it looks like. And Urkor is parasites Fondes and then hides in the corner there waiting to take him down, but loses the engagement. Hefty was out of sight, so he didn't, though he wasn't needed, he wouldn't be able to back up his teammate. Bip Bip and Commander may come up behind Hefty here, but it looks like Hefty heard him coming, obviously, and so Bip Bip's going to hide around the pipes there and gets taken out. So with 3 Marines, they're building up a phase gate in cargo, it looks like. Will be up very shortly there. There it is. So now with that in there, we've got Mimo up his lurk. They will be trying their best to try and clear Marines out, but with some mines there on the ground that scared Mimo away. We'll be probably going back to Nano to heal, it looks like. Got Pumper working on the C12 RT, and they are getting weapons 1 at this moment. Bip Bip also up his lurk, now going in with Urkor to help try to take down Pumper, and does succeed. That RT should be fine, considering it is still sisted. Commander and Foe moving in here, fighting against Hummel and Hefty. Hefty almost getting taken down, but they do clear the skulks there in Dome. Bip Bip moving in a little bit late to that engagement, but will take down Hummel and may take down Hefty? Perhaps. Perhaps. Oh, he's gonna run into Fondez there, and he's gonna barely get out with his health intact. 10%. Let's see. We got Mimo moving along the left side of the map, attacking Rez. Really should probably be one of the skulks over there, and swap him back to the right side. We've got Skyfish moving in to try and poke it, try and get Mimo off the RT, who's just hiding down the other side of the floor there. He goes back into the vent with Commander and Foe moving in here. And the three of them will pounce on Skyfish, and he will go down, no questions asked. But on the other side of the map, we've got Fondas, Hefty, and Hummel moving into the hive with only Bip Bip, and that's about it in that section of the map. The aliens are really out of position for defending their own hive, and though yeah, there's the Crag there, and the Marines only have LMGs, it's not exactly the best thing to have happen. And we've got Alert going down. Mimo is down. So with only Fondez and Hefty remaining, it's not the end of the world, because they should be able to clear that, but not if they're going in one by one. They did claim subsector hive. And Mimo is alive again and trying to take them down. Both of the Marines are very low in health, and with the rest of the group spawning again, the Marines are finally cleared. We've got Hummel hanging out in Dome there. We've got 4 extractors down, so not too terribly bad, but it certainly feels like things are a little bit defensive. We got Commander just like building the hive here as a gorge. That extractor is still there, which is of course helping to hide the fact that that hive exists. And I feel like I'm going to cough, so I'll attempt to mute myself if that actually happens. Okay, I think I'm gonna be okay. Anyway, we just had that little battle there in Dome with Fondas and Hefty coming out victorious. So they are just going along, killing cysts. Ericor, Bip Bip, and Mimo now are all spawned in the hive, and they're probably going to go over there and clear that. It looks like they're trying to get the power up, probably to get a gate in this little corner over here. Yeah, but however, that group of skulks gets cleared. And it's not exactly looking particularly good for FrenchCompany, though the hive in subsector is now up. The sys chain to Nano, however, is cut. And they'll have to fix that again. I hear them spawning eggs. So they're just sitting here waiting. That is probably not exactly the best little hallway there for skulks, considering it has a combination of the stairs and not so much cover. Bip Bip taking down Hummel, and then also Hefty, and then going back to heal. We should actually have fades up on the field. I'm not quite sure why. I figured it seemed like a pretty huge gap of time. I hadn't been watching the P-Res situation, but they're up to 43. Well, 44 now. They should be getting a fade out here. And I see somebody is in an egg. Where are they? Over here. There we go. There's a fade. We got our core up as a fade. Looks like they're only going to do one fade though, at least at this particular moment. They are building a phase gate here right in pipeline, or not pipeline, utility right outside their hive. That is yeah, pretty aggressive, to say the least. They're just poking at the hive now. I mean, even with 6 extractors down, they TAWsome is obviously not hurting for res. Got Aircar coming in from the back, taking down the Hummel. And now going after Skyfish, taking down Skyfish, but we've got Hefty up with a shotgun. And who gets taken down. Fonda's now down as well, while Aircore goes to hide. Bip Bip should really head over there and help with that gate. Come on, go. Shoo. Oh, Aircore is very low. He needs to get the heck out. He needs to be the one healing, not the skulks. Okay, just Skyfish left. Pupper coming through the gate next, though, along with Hefty. That gate is getting pretty low, though. They should be able to, if they can get a little bit more organization here, they should be able to take down that gate. Yeah, it's down to, now they're welding it. Along with putting some mines down, so that'll hurt the skulks, but they're getting weapons too. They already have armor 1. Now, obviously shotguns. It's like a little bit of lagging, though. That maybe was on my part. Looked like for a moment there that Skyfish was running in place. Yeah, they're pretty well boxed in here. Though they do have the subsector hive, which is now connected to Nano, or the sys chain is now connected to Nano, so they will not lose that. But it doesn't seem like TAWsome really needs the res from Nano. They still haven't even recapped up in Skylights. It's 9 res away if they're going to get Onos. They are going to put up armories, except for Bip Bip just poofed the blueprint. He's just charging in there, takes down Fondas, and then gets taken out by Skyfish. Skyfish blows himself up, or is blown up by a mine. Or did he blow the mine up? Oh gosh, I can't even remember now. No, he blew the mine up. Okay. So they're just like kind of back and forth here, but versus 2 shotguns, Aircore's just lucky they aren't hitting him really. Hummel is the only one left with an LMG, though Hefty also just popped through the gate, so they're over there. It looks like we've got Pumper moving into sub to see what's going on over there. He's just hanging out waiting for a gate, it looks like. So while he builds that, they've recapped on that side of the map, and they're still keeping the Fade boxed in here in Pipeline. They are building about a Sun Arc Factory. Where is it? Where is the Arc Factory? Back in their base? Yeah, it is. Okay, so they have an Arc Factory, so they'll be able to take down whatever the heck they want in no time here, especially if they keep Aircore trapped in the base. He takes down Hefty, but oh gosh, there he goes. There goes Aircore. He's gone. However, it is only 2 res until Onos. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we got Commander Kai was helping Bip Bip and Mimo, who has relurked, take down Overlook. Now they've moved on to Skylights to take down the res on that side of the map. We've got Pumper here in C12, but we still got a whole bunch of people here in Pipeline. They finally actually pushed the hive, so we've got 4 Marines now in the Pipeline hive, shooting it off quite obviously, while the aliens have started poking at them at Control, taking out the commander, but not doing much other damage, mostly because there are mines everywhere, and I believe the skulk that was up there got exploded. Okay, Pipeline has been destroyed, so they are left with just the hive in subsector. There is no hive nor RT in cargo, however they are assisted for it. They're just going to go and clean up everything that is in Pipeline, while Aircore and Foe, who is lagging everywhere, or maybe it's me. No, he has really bad ping. Okay. They take down Topo, but Pumper is probably going to take them both down here. Almost. He does. Okay, we're seeing 10 RTs down. From 10 of TAWsome's RTs have gone down, and only 3 harvesters. However, we've got a little battle going on here in cargo, which Fondes and Hummel take out no problem. They're getting armor 2. Meanwhile, over in C12, we've got Skyfish and Pumper going and taking out that harvester as well. While Bip Bip runs into base to basically be annoying, because with Hefty already in there, it wasn't going to be like he could do particularly much. We're just cleaning the cysts out there in C12. Looks like they're waiting around there probably for a gate in cargo maybe, or something, because they are grouping up and not pushing forward. I mean, nothing's considered nano. Yeah, I was noticing the ping there from Foe. Please somebody tell me if I'm saying that at all in the right universe. Like, yeah, they are getting a gate up there in cargo, the recycling the one that was in pipe.
Command station under attack.
We got a couple skulks there poking at the chair, which get wiped out, and Commander better back up if he wants to save his little Gorgie. Bip Bip comes flying on in as a skulk, but gets taken out by shotguns from Fondes, which gives Commander plenty of time to back out. They are going to take Skylight, though, which is always kind of silly to see happen just because it's so close to control. We got Hefty there in Nano, finally, which they probably could have pushed earlier because there was only the Crag in there. But it looks like they are going to take him down and keep Nano for now. Though with that Arc Factory being up in control, and I see at least one Arc out. Yeah, one Arc out. It should be pretty easy for them to slowly roll down this side of the map to clear it. It probably would make more sense to have started the arcs in cargo, or East Junction or West Junction, somewhere like that. But, well, that's where they started them. So they may have to consider that in the future, getting some more tactically viable arc positioning, at least as far as the Arc Factory itself. They are going to try and get a gate up in system, which of course is a very good gate that lots of people like. But with Mimo and Commander still in the room, it might not go. Pumper is probably not going to be able to get that gate up, and he does not. So it'll probably get recycled. And there we go. We got Foe up as the Onos. And they're just going to run around while Hefty is pushing into Overlook. And they're just going to go and crush him real quick, and then probably walk up to Skylights with Foe kind of like warping all over because of his ping, which, oh, it actually dropped to be less than mine now, finally. His internet must be doing something crazy. They're just going to push up into base here. Meanwhile, they have the gate up in subsector. They have their nice little triangle going on there. And they're going to go after the OBS and force a beacon and then get the heck out, hopefully. So they're being chased by the entire team. The Gorge goes down. Foe is still fleeing the scene of the crime, but it looks like he will be fine. Meanwhile, the gate is being hit by Bip Bip, who just took down one of the Marines there, but gets taken down by Fondes. Hummel is going to push into the hive room now in subsector. Mimo and Commander Kai take him out and then move on into the room where they are if they could focus their targets here, they probably could have taken out at least one of either Fondes or oh gosh, he died. Hefty, finally. So, but they did so a little bit later. Foe keeps pushing in there all by himself. Though, at least Mimo moved in at the last moment, who almost gets taken down there. He almost black bars. Hummel gets almost taken down, but with his lag, oh no, he went down. Foe went down. He went down, courtesy of his lag, I think, partially. He should not have stayed in that long by himself. Those teammates did come in a little bit later to back him up. It was probably a little bit too late by then. You got Pumper going over there to recap as much res as humanly possible. But that system gate is keeping them pretty well boxed in there in subsector. And Aircore is back up as a fade. Almost got enough for Commander to go Onos as well, so we probably see that considering he did not read Gorge. Not too much going on elsewhere in the map, though. It looks like, yeah, Commander's sneaking over to Pipeline to see what can be done. Mimo is taking out Hummel, but Fondas and Hefty pop through the gate, so they'll be stuck there, bit gorged, and probably may go down here in a moment. Though that gate is so close. It's at 8%. If they don't weld that, they're gonna lose their system gate and be stuck with just the cargo one. Skyfish is probably gonna get chomped on by Mimo. Probably. Oh, nope. Missing some bites there. He goes down. Hummel is he gonna go down? A lot of missed bites there. And the gate in system is down. So now they're going to, it looks like Taw is going to group up, or at least pair up, and then move forward into maybe Nano, it looks like. Oh, Mimo goes down. Almost took out Hefty, but not enough to take him down. Aircore popping a blueprint there. And I don't know what they're waiting around for, but they're waiting around in Pipeline for a moment. Looks like there's one Marine incoming to them. Hummel is once again in subsector. The power is almost, system waypointing, sorry. Looks like the power is almost out in there. So if FrenchCompany can take that down, that'd be definitely a good way to slow down TAWsome's advances there, which they are able to do, courtesy of BipBip's bile bomb. Looks like they're redropping a pipeline hive. So they'll once again have 2 hives and be able to survive. Is that Ark still up there? That Ark is still just like chilling up there in their base. Gorge you down. Poor BipBip. Anyway, we got Hefty and Fondas up in Nano causing chaos, taking down the RTs. Or rather, building the power it looks like, and then they'll probably take down the RTs. Or gate. They're getting a gate. And then we'll take down the RTs, right? Anyway, we got 2 guys coming in here against Skyfish, taking him down. BipBip pulling up the rear. Looks like a crush with Aircore on the other side. And they're going to clear Fondas before that gate went up. It went up to 73% built, so it was close, but not quite. Power is primed, so if they're able to do that again, they should be able to take Nano. Yeah, Hummel is a little bit late. But it looks like he and Skyfish are going to go and push into Nano again. Skyfish is going to go down to Aircore, who probably shouldn't be engaging with that low health, but I guess since they only have LMGs, he's going to take that risk. But with that low energy, he better play it safe and go over there. Oh, yeah, okay, Commander is over there, so he can get some heals from the Gorge. Fondas and Hummel are going to just camp out in Nano and get that gate up. So they will have a Nano gate and a cargo gate. BipBip takes down C12. Aircore is going to go back into Nano and attempt to take down Hummel. Commander's back up to 59 res, so he maybe will... Oh, nope, Aircore goes down again in Nano. Probably not the best place to have that engagement, but I'm assuming that there were a lot of missed swipes, just as there were missed bites from other players, but that's Div 4 for you. There's going to be a lot of misses, and that's something that everybody, I think, no matter what division they're on, always has to work on. Res biting has obviously slowed down a little bit, because they're trying to keep the Marines from rolling over their hives and such. But I think that if they did increase the res biting a bit, they'd probably have a much better chance of being able to starve the Marines into submission. Got Pumper there waiting to recap in C12. So let's see here. What do we got? We got Foe and Mimo moving up towards Skylights-ish, or not. They turn around and go to Overlook, where Hefty is hanging out, waiting. He gets taken down. Oh, I just got bleeped at. Don't mind me. I should mute Skype between rounds. I will do so. Anyway, looks like they're gonna group up with Bip Bip, who is the new Onos, and head up to control. I'm gonna take out Hefty first, though. And with Gorge support, this might go a bit better. We've got 4 Marines in Pipeline Hive, but hope that seems to be a pretty good distraction if they're able to go and take down the obs. They're just gonna go straight for the chair. Mine's exploding. They're gonna get out of there after taking down Hefty. Roll over Hefty on the way out of control. Looks like because of that, of course, obviously Pipeline is now clear. Looks like they're getting armor 3. Well, they did get weapons 3 at some point. I just missed it because I was probably looking at something else. Air Corps is on the gate and may take down Pumper, who has a shotgun. Yep, he takes him down, but then Fondas comes through the gate and takes him down. Got Bip Bip and Commander in Nano taking down the gate there. But since it's an Onos rather than a Skulk, that gate goes down pretty quickly. They take down a sentry there, and may actually end up recapping Nano here. Looks like they're going advanced armory, so we'll probably see jetpacks fairly soon. And yeah, this may have been this may be a case where it would have been better off if see, did Mimo just relurk? I'm assuming he just relurked. This may be a case where it would have been better for Air Corps maybe to Gorge and have Commander a little while ago when Commander originally got 60 res, to have him go Onos and have 2 Onai, and then one of the other people who died recently go Gorge instead. I mean, I'm guessing the Commander is probably their more dedicated Gorge. We got 4 in Pipeline again, though. Skyfish, Fondas, who may not go down. Okay, Skyfish goes down. Fondas is still up in low health. Mimo goes down. I think that might have been a flash there. Pipeline is gone again. They're going to get beaconed out because there is an Onos waiting at their doorstep. They get scanned but are quite easily able to run away. Skylight RT will probably go down here. There are, let's see. Oh, are those babblers? Little tiny babblers being obnoxious in Nano. They still need to take out that other RT and get their other Nano RT up. Hefty's back in Overlook, obviously. Meanwhile, down here we have 4 in in subsector this time, while there's another hive being dropped in Pipeline. They're just going to keep tossing hives back and forth on this map, it seems like. But with only 2 shotguns in this, and they aren't staying particularly well grouped up, it might be a little bit annoying. Or Pipeline or subsector can be destroyed. Cargo has had a chair drop. They're going to get beaconed out before Bip Bip is able to kill too many of them. Obviously, the only choice remaining is for them to go and take down the Pipeline hive, which obviously is not ground. It's only at 20%. It's going to be pretty easy for them to go and finally end this. However, they're going to have a little bit of fight on their hands since they do have the Onos and Gorge team up. Hefty's with his grenade launcher isn't going to get to do much to the hive because he gets trampled by Bip Bip, who takes him out pretty easily. Obviously, Taw is taking no chances and drops subsector, which gets poofed by Air Corps, I believe. So they're just waiting, grouping up with 2 grenade launchers and building up an armory. They got their dome gate. They're just ready to go and just end this finally. I mean, it looks like they're leaving the lane through the neck up through Topo unsecured. So technically, they could run up there and, I don't know, hit the arm slab or something. But at this point, with at this point it's probably way too late, and it's just the final push here. 3 grenade launchers, 1 shotgun. This thing's gonna get melted, assuming people can actually land their hits. Okay, we got one LMG in the mix. Bip Bip may go down here, 24. He is gonna go down if somebody sneezes on him and he's able to hide behind the hive. Well, down to one Marine versus an Onos that is very low health. He and the comm are the only ones able to survive. They did redrop Subsector again, so we're gonna keep this rolling right along. Oh, they got some arcs going down there. They're gonna make that hive evaporate. They finally got those arcs moving along. They've been sitting around in HQ, I guess, for quite a while, just not doing much of anything. But now this is time to be serious. They're gonna take out Subsector while all their field players go and take out Pipe. The only life form up on the field at the moment is Bip Bip. And okay, Fisk makes a good point. Shall call him Kai instead, who still has 76 res. He should have gone Onos like a million years ago. Kaboom. Okay, we got the Onos going into the new arc factory there. And Hummel is dancing around with Bip Bip, who's probably gonna go down because he stuck around too long, and there goes Bip Bip. Looks like Kai might have just regorged. Come on, man, you had like you had 76 res or something. You should have gone Onos. I mean, I think he's the closest one too. Okay, I guess Fo is also he's also almost Onos res, but that's a significant amount of time away. So he's at 55. And there we go, TAWsome has been victorious. Okay, so round one goes to TAWsome. I do think that there probably could have been a bit more, what would be the proper phrasing for it? Intelligent division of life forms, at least once the first, like, round of life forms all keeled over dead. I mean, we saw a couple cases there where Kai, as near as I could tell, the dedicated Gorge, probably should have gone Onos, and he never did. They really should have had him go Onos so to use up his 60 res and done his absolute best to try and stay alive and be effective as an Onos, even if he is the worst Onos in the world like I am. But yeah, so here we are waiting on round two. I'm curious whether whether we're going to see similar issues with TAWsome as aliens, or if they will be slightly more organized than FrenchCompany was. I mean, it looked like, of course, the actual organization bit was probably the weakest point, but I think it is for all lower division teams, making sure to not go in one by one, to make sure that you aren't tossing life forms because you're miscounting how many Marines are there, or forgetting that there's a phase gate, or whatever the heck happened to happen because of just having or just not thinking about the fact that they can get reinforcements in literally 2 seconds or whatever. But well, we'll see how it is. I do think that TAWsome probably could have pushed and claimed Nano earlier, because it looked like FrenchCompany had gotten they'd gotten that harvester set up along with a crag and then pretty much ignored it. So that might be something for them to think about in the future, is to make sure to go and desist it, because they didn't have a tunnel in there at the time. If they desist it enough, of course it'll die. They don't even have to go in there, but that'd take a while, especially with the crag being in there being obnoxious. So hopefully we'll see the start of round 2 in here soon. I do think that despite not going for nano, TAWsome did have pretty good aggression there against FrenchCompany's hives and all that. They maybe should think of more permanent phase gate positions rather than repeatedly recycling and repositioning their gates, at least until they get like their more permanent ones up, I suppose. Like instead of having utility, maybe just go with dome because that one is useful basically for just about everything on that side of the map. And instead of having the cargo one, maybe just really secure system instead. I mean, it depends on, of course, what their end game plan is, but the fact that they had utility and then recycled it, I believe, and they had cargo and recycled it, I think, at some point, at least once, it looks like, oh, do we or do we not have it ready here? Do not have it. We do. Okay. One ready. But getting something like that so you don't have to worry about recycling and repositioning them, because, yeah, I believe that. What's the? There is res loss when you recycle. If I am not imagining things. Okay, game is starting, and of course losing res is always bad. So if they could just leave it somewhere permanent, that would be better, especially if it's a tactically better positioning. 3, 2, 1. Longest second. Let's see how round 2 goes here. Okay, starting the same as pregame. We've got TAWsome starting in subsector. We got up here. We got. Looks like they're going to have 3 people build the armory while 1 goes out to each side. We got a 4 crush going up the skylight side. We got Urkor poking Skyfish and Tootie down the hallway there, but Fondas and Pumper are waiting in the vent for Bip Bip to finish that, or almost finish that. They could take down Bip Bip and then converge on Urkor, who gets taken down, and then move on to take down the RT. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we got Hummel all by himself here. Only parasited one of the 3 Marines there. Is just waiting around a little bit before going to take down the top of RT. Got, looks like 2 going back to take him out while Foe is going to build a power in C12. Got Pumper there with a Gorge Tunnel and Skylights, a nice aggressive Gorge Tunnel. I like it, even though it isn't, complete. It isn't, the other end isn't built. But if Pumper gets out of there and gets that tunnel up, that'll be really annoying. I like it. Anyway, we got Mimo and Kai going in there to support Foe, who is almost done with that RT. And they're probably going to keep moving right along into pipeline. However, of course, there is the issue of East is completely open, so if they... if TAWsome notices that, there is that issue. They could come in from both sides of base and harass them that way. That poor Drifter gets taken down. And the 3 FrenchCompany guys are going to go build up pipeline RT. Meanwhile, we keep having random skulks go poking into control. They are going to get phase tech very quickly, and I'm assuming get a pipeline gate. They have not dropped any RTs yet in Nano, which they likely will do soon, I would imagine. But they're just really going to secure skylights, it looks like, so they can keep throwing skulks at control and being annoying and keeping Marines from being able to push as aggressively into other parts of the map. Skyfish is just gonna dance around the little pillar there in the center until Bip Bip and Urkor work together to take him down. There we go. Control has been cleared. But don't worry, there are 2 more skulks inbound to control again. They are almost on lurk res. That'll be up in a moment. Meanwhile, they're really securing pipeline here, getting up the pipeline gate. Got Hummel creeping along, scouting out what's going on. So repairing the RT and C12. Bip Bip and Aircore versus Tootie, Skyfish, and Fondes. So they go moving in to take down Aircore and now Bip Bip. And then continue on to Control to try and take down the RT or the IP, but those mines all get blown up, and Skyfish is gonna potentially be taken down here by Mimo. Almost. He's hiding in the ceiling. Oh, there he goes. Tootie's a little bit too late to go and help in that engagement. Hate the 3-minute delay because there's stuff I want to say that's in regards to chat, so I'll just do it on the map switch. We'll get everybody's comments all together for how to make things better for everyone. Okay, we got Tootie and Fondes versus Foe and Bip Bip. Man, his warping is terrible. He really needs to get his internet fixed. Okay, Skyfish is up as a lurk. Who is going to try help him out there, and they get those Marines cleared. We'll see if we see a second lurk or not. I was a little bit late on that lurk. I guess they were probably... Well, I was going to say they were waiting for the upgrades, but they do not have any upgrades yet. They did go shift hive, so... I mean, I would imagine... so I think it was just they probably didn't notice that it was lurk res yet. They are going to... They do have an east gate up there, which may get cleared here, because all of TAWsome has pretty much gone in there. They do have some mines now, and they almost have the obs up. But Skyfish is gonna wisely get out before he gets focus fired into oblivion. Oh, I forgot to mute Skype, didn't I? Oh well, sorry. Urkora and Foe and Bip Bip all there in east. Well, now just Foe and Bip Bip building up the Robo, which will likely turn into an arc factory here in a moment. There it goes. We got Armor 1 going up, and we've got... I'll see if they go try and push the little... their little base there in east, or if they're just gonna continue poking at other parts of the map. We got Tootie in moving into Topo to join Hummel up there on the RT. Looks like Foe is gonna run up there and try and take both skulks down. However, I don't think that's... Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. They're just gonna keep going on right into base. They're a little bit too late. If he'd pushed in, he probably could have chipped them more, but Aircore is able to... I think he gated back and should be able to take down at least one of them. Mimo is able to go and clears one, clears the others. Mimo saves the day and goes back through the gate. Meanwhile, C12 is going down to Fondes. We just got Skyfish kind of cruising along. Looks like we got fades going. We have fades going? Yeah, we have 1 fade, 2 fade. Hummel and Tootie are up as fades. Oh, 3 fades. Sorry, Fonda also going fade. So 3 fades, 1 lurk. Plus a gorge. Hopefully we do not see a bunch of repeated gorging, and we will get an Onos if an Onos is appropriate at that point in the game. So they just converge on Aircore, and the arcs have started, so it might be good if they had Biobomb at this point, though they definitely do not have enough biomass for it. Skyfish may want to get out of there before he gets melted. He's gonna get melted. He gets melted. Skyfish down. Lurk down. Now it is 3 fades and a gorge. I mean, that isn't exactly a horrible combination either. It's just, without Biobomb, it's gonna be really obnoxious to get those arcs down. Though I guess now they have a skulk, so maybe not so bad. They just have 1 arc. It's what, 3 arcs? Yeah, 3 arcs. Okay. Well, they've pretty much cleared Nano now. Trying to get the last little few things there out, and it doesn't look like, it looks like only one whip will survive the Great Battle of Nano. Yeah, Mimo and Hummel fighting here in the dome. Kai coming in a little bit late and getting taken out by 2D. Pumper running up behind, who's going to run into Bip Bip and Foe and get melted. The Fondas and 2D unable to save their little Gorgy friend. And well, we got the fades, all three fades pushing into east and taking and almost, okay, clearing the Marines there and starting on the gate. But only Fondas is the only one left on the gate. Come on, guys, you're supposed to work together. Supposed to work together. You can't just leave one fade on the gate because that isn't going to work no matter what. At least not with the full health gate. I mean, 97% now after that little poke. It's close enough. So we got Pumper regorged. We got Skyfish relurked. We got everybody grouped up here in system, and I'm assuming they're going to push probably east/nano. There we go, they're going through nano, going, wait, there's nothing here. Okay, now they have to go down this long hallway with Bip Bip and Kai at the end. 2D is similarly going around to flank, but it'll take too long for him to get around. He's just waiting over there, I'm assuming, for the next push. And he goes in alone, pops the armory block. It looks like we've got Mimo over here getting taken down by Skyfish and Fondes. They still haven't retaken Skylights. They just kind of gave up on that. But you know, with 4 RTs versus 4 RTs, that isn't bad for anyone. Okay, it's a little bit worse for the Marines, but since they do not have a dedicated gorge or dedicated Ono saver, it isn't necessarily too bad. We got Air Corps and Foe moving into cargo here. And Hummel just going through the vent to go into base from the Topo side. They do have some 3 arcs there to finally take down the little base and skylights. But since they now have Bile Bomb, those arcs should go away. Pumper, you should go focus those arcs. Do it. I thought I saw something blink there, but I guess not. Okay, those arcs are going to go away, and they're going to start shotguns. But it looks like the Skylight's Gorge Fortress has been rescued for now. They have dropped a second chair now in pipeline, and hopefully that'll stay up for them so that in case they do actually push control from Skylights, they will stay in the game for at least longer. Though hopefully we don't see that whole trading control centers / hives for 5 minutes thing again, because that was slightly silly. Mimo does get taken down. Okay, fades in base. They're going to beacon, and there are lots of mines going off, and so Fondas better get the heck out. Fondas is gonna go down unless he... Oh wow, he got lucky. He got a heal there from Pumper as he went around the corner. Let's see, how's this going? Not so good res biting as far as FrenchCompany goes. Or as far as TAWsome goes, sorry. So they should have done some more res biting, I think, to be able to keep the Marines from being able to get the extra P-res that obviously is going to be feeding those shotguns that have since finished researching. So they cut the sys chain going into cargo. Nobody's there to defend. We got Skyfish poking at control, going out through the other way. I guess that's the arc train kind of coming from east, since they did take east. Is that weapons 2 going up? I really don't like those icons. They need numbers, not little hatch marks or whatever. Anyway, we got 2 guys chilling over in Nano. We got a lurk on C12 RT. Who, if he's not particularly careful, he may end up getting pinched. But it looks like with that other alien push on control, they're going to get the power down and prevent that beacon. And guess what? They are going to power surge the obs and get a couple Marines back. However, now the only one alive is the comm, so that might have been a really bad. Do they have a? They do not have the IP up. That was a bad beacon. They should not have done that. Because guess what? TAWsome just won. They really should have not beaconed that. That beacon just literally killed them. I have no idea where the other Marine was, but if he was out somewhere on the map, uh, they should have just built that. We're going to descent now, I believe. Okay. Hopefully I can now go and rechat and mute Skype because that was silly of me. I'm sorry about that. There we go. Muted Skype. Anyway, let's see here. What have people said? Yeah, one of the biggest mistakes was Kai not going Onos. Let's see what else. They should not have probably recycled the gates. Maybe, as I think I mentioned, even the Arc factory probably should have been out more on the field, so that way they could have, just not had to wait for the stupid little freaking mini tanks to roll themselves all the way across the map, because that takes a million years. They should be built near where they're going to be used, at least in most cases. Especially when you're just first using them. I mean, it's one thing you're trying to use the arcs you already have on the field, but if you're just setting up your first thing that you're going to arc, you should probably build it near where you're going to use them so you don't have to wait for them to go rolling across there. They were sitting there in HQ for a long time too. They probably would have been better used on that first pipeline push instead of putting them at the last minute down to sub, where I think at that point it was a dead hive that was rebuilding. Yeah, there was the gates the gate in pipe was probably a little bit defensive. They probably actually could have moved it up to cargo like initially in that game that just ended, because there wasn't much pressure on the right side of the map, which as we saw on that RT graph, there wasn't much res biting going on. If there had been more res biting going on in that like earlier to middle game, I mean there was some at the end, but it's like it didn't seem to be prioritized. They were probably taking too many engagements, and then they would have been able to prevent the arcing entirely just by the fact that they'd have like no money. Always a good thing to do is take down the RTs, make sure that they're going down, that somebody always has to be recapping, because then you don't have to fight that person who's recapping. Still don't have it ready so I can scroll down more. Yeah, perhaps a little bit late on the shotguns, but that beacon, man. If they had gotten that IP up, it was still a blueprint pipe. If they'd been able to go and get that blueprint up, they would have been able to continue on through that and keep playing. Yeah, it's always weird if the aliens end up taking control, but they might have been able to do something about it. And yes, I think somebody mentioned chirping. I forgot to do my bird warning. It is daylight, so my bird is awake and apparently happy, so she's going to sit there and sing in the background while we wait here for the second half of the rounds. It isn't looking too good for FrenchCompany at this point. I think it's like a bunch of small mistakes they probably could fix easily. I think what was their last game? Their last game was on 22nd. Okay, so it's been a little while. I really hope that they're going and looking back at the previous game that they played and this one too once it's over, and are able to spot the issues that they've had and be able to figure out how to play better without, making stupid mistakes, and deciding to actually have people go Onos when they have Onos res and other such things. Because if they do those, I definitely would allow them to play better. They aren't going to have to wait longer to get an Onos on the field. They aren't going to have to wait for the arcs to go trundling across the map. Or I guess that was in their game, so whatever. It's still a valid fact. They maybe could play more aggressively to make sure that that they don't have to worry about the alien gorge fortress in skylights and that kind of thing, and just basically be able to hold on longer and to win more engagements. And I think a lot of it is playing smarter. They play smarter, they can do more and win more, quite obviously. So we are waiting on TAWsome to start up here. Obviously, I think we did we have a little... Okay, we have had a slight roster change, it looks like, on TAWsome's side. We got Lone Hitman in now. And of course, his foe's ping is like ridiculous. I don't even know what to think about that ping. That ping is just insane. I don't know what's up with his internet, but I really hope this isn't usual for him. I hope that it's just his ISP is barfing and he doesn't have to suffer with 300 ping on a European server. Yeah, there's Nexus asking what the hell's going on. He's reading my mind. Okay, it doesn't sound like it's particularly usual for him. They need to upgrade from 2 gerbils and tin cans to something more resembling technology. So obviously on Descent, I'm really curious how this will play. Mostly because I rather dislike this map just because I've had so many bad pub games on it, and obviously Div 4 isn't too far removed from pubs. I mean, yes, they have a set roster and hopefully more tactical ideas, but I just hope it does it. I don't know. So many bad memories on this map. Which oh, they unreadied, so I guess we're gonna wait around a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. I hope that we get good games on it. I'm curious to see how the higher divisions will play these maps, but I think that we have to wait a little bit longer. There might be one game today. It's probably the same one that's like being cast at the same time as this one. Just knowing luck. Since they unreadied, hopefully they can figure out if there is anything to do with his internet. 999. I hope that means he's alt tabbed and not just having his computer implode. Ah. 56K. Did they make it in their first master? Who was casting that one? I actually missed that game, so I honestly have no idea. I caught the one that Kane casted, not the one versus Pink Fluffy Gorges. Okay, game is starting in 15. Four, three, two, longest second in the world. Okay, we just had them swap from where they were in the pregame. We got TAWsome down in Drone Bay, and up in Fabrication we've got FrenchCompany, who are flailing around a little bit to get started, and then all heading out towards Plaza. Meanwhile, we've got Armory, Power Built, and now everybody moving out towards Gravity at the moment. We're going to see a 5v5 here? Is everybody going into Hydro? No, we got all the skulks moving into shipping. Hummel spots them, but why is everybody still going into Hydro? Okay, they're doing a Hydro relocate, it looks like, kind of. We got everybody else, all the skulks all moving into to Drone Bay. Hydro has been finished. Hummel gets taken out, and now they're just going to take down that comm chair. They got the armory up, they got an IP up, they have mines up. They're all ready in Hydro. And Hydro has been wiped off the face of the planet. They're going to move right along into OBS and then discover there's nothing there. Meanwhile, up in Hydro, we've got the RT up. We got Bit being taken off the ceiling. And it looks like Aircore and Mimo are going to be moving into from the water treatment side, if I'm remembering my rooms correctly. Kai and Foe are going to take down Lone Hitman. Nope, they're not. They probably could have taken him down there, but did not engage. And got taken down by, I think there's a mine in there. Okay, we got Hummel and Aircore fighting in energy. Finally joined by Mimo, Fondez, Lone Hitman. And then Kai and Foe moving in there as well. And they're just going to be taken out one by one until Lone Hitman and Fondez are the two remaining. That Harvester will almost certainly go down, as respawners are going to have to come in and try and get them the heck out of there. Aircore, the first one back, gets taken down almost instantaneously. Does get a bite on Fondez, but he's not able to kill him. Meanwhile, over in Club, we've got Hummel versus Mimo. Mimo takes him down, no problems. Pumper a little bit late to the party, not able to assist his teammate. But Kai is right there as well, and they're just going to wait, along with the Drifter, to take down Pumper and continue on to Hydro. I guess shipping. Gravity has been capped. We've got Lone Hitman and Fondez in the hive room. For a moment there, poking at the RT. Would probably be faster. Is it desisted? Watching the assists there. No, they're going to go after the hive a little bit. Or no, that's not the hive. I guess they were shooting at an egg, I think. God. Are they going to go down? Lone Hitman was the last one, and they do clear it. However, the RT has been desisted. Meanwhile, over in Plaza, they have another desisted RT that is almost certainly going down here in a second. Hummel getting pounced on by Aircore. Though he did have quite a few friends there, so that was going to end badly for him. 2D's going to go into OBS and cap... going to go into OBS and cap that, while Fondez is moving up into energy to probably cap that or kill it if it was there, but it's not. Mono has not been capped yet by either team as far as I can remember, so I'm assuming somebody will head over that way shortly. Gravity is going to go down to 4 skulks. Looks like they do have lurk res now, so Mimo just went lurk. Hummel is a little bit too late to spot the little skulk pack running through there. You might have heard them. They're going to take out Drone Bay RT while 2D's going to come in from the observation side. But he's going to get rolled over by 4 skulks. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's going to take this. Him versus Bip Bip. Bip Bip wins with, what, 5% health? That's not too bad. They are going to replace the Gravity RT while Bip Bip goes in search of other extractors, I would assume. However, as I said, Mono still has been unclaimed. We got Fondez and Lone Hitman in Fab again. It's like they had to rebuild that RT because it did go down. However, Lone is literally alone and gets taken down by Bip Bip, who has since returned from his adventures on the south side of the map. He's going to heal up and go lurk. Oh man, did I miss Mimo going lurk like entirely? I was watching something else and he went down somewhere. Jeez. Don't flash those lurks, man. Oh no, wait. Where did his res go then? Well, we got Photokiss also as lurk as well, who is lagging all over the place. He'll be really hard to shoot. We got Fondez and Lone Hitman again moving up and running into Mimo, who gets pwned. And they're gonna go up into Fab again. and take down that RT. Where are they shooting from? Is there like a little gap? Yeah, they're like tiny little gap. That's a good call. Get in there just fast enough to see them get pwned. Okay. TAWsome's pumpers sitting there waiting and almost gets chomped down by Kai. They are going. They almost went full Air France, except for the fact that they lost Mimo almost immediately. So with the power of Air France, they are going to go and hopefully Foe will not die, courtesy of lag. He's in the vent now, just waiting. Shotguns have been researched, so they will probably get some of those rolled out on the field very shortly, though they do not have enough res for it quite yet, except for Fondez. Sounds like the extractor in launch control just went down, 2D going down to the giant pile of lurks. Kai gets taken down there. He was not evading enough. He was spending too much time missing bites, I think. Lone Hitman and Fondez moving in behind the giant chlorf of lurks, which is slowly decreasing in number. We're down to 2 lurks. Just Bip Bip and Foe. They lose those lurks, they're just gonna be in a bad place. I don't know if he can see them, but he may get taken down there. He does. Okay, they're down to 1 lurk. It's all on you, Bip Bip. It's all on you. We got 2 going into mono here versus Pumper, who gets taken down. Our solo remaining Air France lurk going after the drone bay RT. 2D versus Foe, and it looks like Foe is the victor there. May save the RT if they get it assisted really quick. It's not too far from the assist chain, but they got Lone Hitman and Fonda's moving up there, and the other RTs are going down. They're doing a much better job at res biting this. Well, both teams are doing a better job at taking down res, I think, but especially FrenchCompany. Or TAWsome, sorry. Getting a little confused there. So Plaza does go down. Waiting in the vent there. And Foe's gonna go down because he has like 1 HP left. There he goes. Pile of dead skulks right at the bottom of the vent. Mimo is the only one left alive who runs into them and goes down instantaneously. They really need to not engage so much as skulks. I mean, yes, they lost their larks aside from Bip Bip, who is chilling in the ceiling there in water treatment. But they just need to not engage as skulks as much, and then they won't lose them, and then they can keep going on and being annoying. We got a lurk on the CC, I believe. Or no, he's blowing up mines, and now he's gonna get the heck out, I hope. 1 Marine left up in Fab. It's taken out by a lone hitman. 2D's going to show up a little bit late. But no problem, they're going to take out Mimo, who is again charging face first into them. They need to do something to pull the Marines back. Not necessarily just fight them off there in base, though of course they have to do that. They may want to think, I think they need to pull Bip Bip back and have him do the base defense. And have the skulks get the heck out there and take down those RTs. I mean, they only have 10 res left. They do have enough for a round of shotguns almost. But obviously these skulk engagements are not working out. They don't even have, that's still on 0-0. And they're just not doing so well with the skulk engagements. Bip Bip is hopefully not going to get pinched. Though since they're 0-0 and no shotguns on the field, it isn't so much of an issue. They are doing, oh, Bip Bip, no, they're out of lurks. They are out of lurks. They are out of life forms. They could go for like 5 gorges or something, but that's not going to be a winning strat. Well, they've been knocked back to 1 RT. TAWsome obviously is recapping. They're losing 2 RTs at once, though. They're going to actually recycle an RT. I don't know if that one was built or not. I think it was. But they're just going to recycle it, apparently, which is kind of silly and something that everybody always screams about to never do, ever. The one in gravity is really low. We've got Bip Bip just hiding in the ceiling there, waiting to see what he can do. He's gonna go after the IP. Meanwhile, up in base, we've got Tootie and Fondas taking down the Fab base RT, along with some skulks. They only have 1 egg at the moment and 3 dead people, so they are going to have to spawn some eggs. Okay, now they have 1 living person and no eggs, so they need more eggs. Kai is just like chilling down there in the vent. They still need to take down Fondes, who seems to be immortal or something. Okay, not quite, but Fondes is just like he's gonna get back up again because Hummel is coming in as well.
Command station under attack.
So Fondes versus Mimo and Bip Bip, and I hope they're going to coordinate, which they do not. But Mimo takes him down anyway. We got Tootie at the doorway, realizing that his buddy's gone and is going to back off because there are 3 skulks incoming. However, he does have a shotgun, so it might have been better for him. No, he does not take it down. I hope somebody's able to go and recap that shotgun because that was most of his res right there. But they perhaps should have had a little bit more coordination, or when he saw that his teammate had died, he should have run the heck away rather than backing up going, oh no, he's dead. We do have a lot of mines in Hydro. They did actually just rebuild the chair in Drone Bay, so they have that secured again. But the aliens are on 0 res, 0 RTs. They are basically res locked, except for you can't be res locked anymore unless something has changed drastically since they removed res locking. So they are, for some reason, going to continue to fight this, and I'm assuming try to pull something out of their hat to take down whatever's remaining.
Command station taking damage.
They are going to take down the Drone Bay control chair thingy. My brain is like seriously melted right now. I don't even know. Anyway, Hummel comes in. They destroy a recycle Drone Bay. Get an obs up. Hummel goes down to Mimo. Mono is down. But it's 0 RTs versus 5 RTs. It's a little bit silly. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it kind of flatlined. Meanwhile, the TAWsome's res graph has gone up significantly, and perhaps it would have been better if they had been a little bit more even on the killing the whole RTs thing at the beginning. But since they aren't grouping up, since TAWsome is not grouping up to go kill the Hive as a group, they're just going to keep delaying this until they have enough res to go and hopefully drop the RT again. If they would just group up and say, hey, everybody who can buy a shotgun, buy a freaking shotgun. Everybody who can't, buy a welder. And let's just go in there and kill this stupid thing and end it. They would be able to. However, are they biting down their own hive? They're Bip Bip is biting down the hive, or was, it looked like. Anyway, they just got cat packs. They're pretty much, okay, they do have weapons 1. Do have weapons 1. However, well, FrenchCompany might get their RT back. They might get their base RT back. I'm not quite sure why they're waiting to see, but like, yeah, it's a little bit silly. They're just going to keep fighting though, but if they want to keep fighting, that's good for them. They can get some good practice in, see if they can have some ideas for what will or will not work for their marine round. I got Aircore going to come in with the flank on Fondes. Except for Fondes moves out into the room, and Aircore isn't able to actually like do the flank. Meanwhile, we got Aircore and Kai moving into the Hydro CC. And mines are very useful. So Drone Bay has been redropped, and they are gonna GG finally. Okay. So that probably went on a while longer than it was absolutely necessary. And there is the hive kill. So, okay. That one went on a little bit longer than was absolutely necessary. But I hope that they have an idea now. I'm hoping that that whole them playing through a little bit longer than was necessary was them getting ready to figure out what they want to do for their marine round. Because of course it's always dumb if you lose everything. It's always better if at least it ups everybody's morale if you win a round, at least one. But an unsuccessful Air France. I mean, I guess it was a little bit successful, but not nearly as successful as the one seen earlier today. So we are waiting around. Oh, Foe's internet is slightly behaving. Now it's Mimo's turn to go insane. So we will see how this one goes. Well, I'm curious to see if they get launch versus mono starts, if they will do a base rush through the obnoxious as heck vents, since that is like, well, it's really obnoxious. It's entirely possible if they get these starts again, they'd, uh, yeah. If they get these starts again, who knows? Maybe we'll see something that silly again. If they get the other two starts, maybe we will see a base rush that succeeds. Or maybe not. We will see obviously once the two teams have readied up. Yeah, I do think there was a better job at killing RTs on both sides this past round. However, the fact that they were trapped on 0 RTs for like a million years obviously did not cater well to getting them to back in the game. Skyfish is all. It's like she thinks we can communicate, and you guys need to communicate. Get some organization down. Then you can be. Then you can have both your teams in Div 3 instead of just the one. But okay, this will be the last one. This is, or at least once it starts, this will be FrenchCompany's last chance to win around here. As I said, I hope that they do, if only for their own morale. I know this map is incredibly obnoxious, so hopefully they learned from their extended, drawn-out loss there that what to do or not do. And then hopefully they can pull off a round somehow. If they do get a launch control start, I hope they're going to be watching that vent and not doing anything stupid. If they get those starts, well, if they get the starts that they're currently in, or the swapped version that happened last round, I believe it was, well then have fun, because, as I said, I am not particularly fond of this map. So we will see how this goes. The Hydro relocate was interesting, though. I am curious to see how the higher division games are going to go on these maps. Well, mostly Descent, because, well, it's not exactly a favorite. You don't exactly get to play it much in pugs or whatnot because nobody wants to play it. And to answer Dialysis' question, which I'm assuming somebody else will answer, I do not believe they're locking spawns. I'll tab here for a moment and check who else is playing. Okay, so it's TK Masters versus Neuromancers was the other one that already went on today. It started like a half an hour earlier. Oh wow, they readied up when I was alt tabbed. Anyway, wait, nope, canceled. Just kidding. Or maybe they didn't mean to cancel. Chaos. Whatever, it should be starting here shortly if they did not ready incorrectly. Okay, 15 seconds. We're good. Let's do this. Okay, we got launch control mono starts. We will have to see what they do here. Immediately drop the armory. Kai is going to build that while the rest of them are moving up in towards energy flow. We've got 3 going up towards Plaza, 1 going through Club, and 1 through Gravity as far as TAWsome goes. Looks like we're going to see Aircore is parasited with Tootie and Hummel and Pumper waiting on the receiving side of things. He moves back into energy with Bip Bip and Mimo. And now the 3 of them are going to push together to try and take out the Skulks. And it looks like 2D versus Mimo, and Mimo is the victor, but Hummel is going to come in from the flank and possibly win this because Mimo is out of pistol bullets and reloads his pistol. He should have just reloaded his LMG, most likely. However, he goes down to Lone Hitman and Hummel, and meanwhile, Aircore is late to go support him. We got 2 going towards OBS, where Kai and Foe are waiting around. We have one in each part of the vent, so they could go through and just pinch him. Fondez I wouldn't be surprised if he does that. Hummel is up on the top of the little thing here in the middle of the room. He drops and they're going to take him out. Okay, Fondez versus Foe. Foe wins, just as he gets unparasited. 2D has like, Bip Bip just needs to like sneeze on him and he'd die. They do have mines up. I believe there are some aggressive mines around. Remix is being annoying. Remix, stop that. Aircore continues on into Hydro. Looks like the only RT that has been dropped from TAWsome has been the one in Gravity. Foe was building the power there as Hummel and Fondez came into the room, but Kai was coming from the other direction. Tries to get a couple pistol shots off on there. A little bit too much pistoling going on here. They probably don't have the accuracy for it yet. So it probably would be better that if there's another Skulk coming in, that they should just reload their LMG and try to avoid bites. Well, we've got 2 hanging out in the vents in Hydro, while Aircore and Mimo are both sitting there watching. Maybe one of them... looks like, oh, and Hummel's coming in from the other direction. Mimo, of course, gets separated and gets pounced on, and 2D's the only one. 2D ends up winning the engagement, pops the blueprint, meets up with Fondez, who's also equally low. Meanwhile, the energy flow RT is going down, as well as the one in... I guess the one in Plaza just went up, actually. It just finished being grown. It looks like they're going to try again to take Drone Bay. But Fondez will probably go into OBS and start biting that RT, which will probably draw one of them back. Energy flow does go down. I believe that, yeah, that was our first RT down of the moment. Looks like they are probably expanded far enough into Fab to take that, and there goes that RT. Armor 1 has been researched. They also have 2 spurs up on TAWsome's side. Fondes goes down in the vent. 3 Marines down there in obs to make sure that RT gets at least partially repaired, and then hopefully they go push into Hydro or similar. It is lurk res time, so it looks like we'll probably see a lurk very soon here. We got Pumper back as a Gorge with the tunnel and building up a crag. He's got to get out of there while 2D takes down as many Marines as possible, and he will just get sneezed on there and taken down. The crag does go up, but with both Mimo and Bip Bip in there, they should be able to take that down, especially with Kai and Foe coming in a little bit later. Tunnel will probably go down, the Drifter will probably go down, the crag almost certainly will, because, well, it's going to be stuck there. We got Hummel and Lone coming in as well to try and rescue that crag, since that is the only thing remaining. But if Lone and, or if Kai and, okay, they do take down Lone. So now that crag is going to attempt to make a little crawling escape. Meanwhile, the 2D and Fondes are going to go in and take down the Drone Bay RT. We got Mimo moving into Hydro as well. The crag did escape to the little hallway there outside of shipping. Shotguns have been started along with weapons 1. The obs is up, so they just now started phase tech as well. We've got currently just 2 extractors down at 5 minutes in. Not the greatest ratio of res biting, but certainly fine. Especially with another one about to go down. We have Bip Bip over here taking down some Cis Chain to be annoying. Looks like Lone Hitman's going to go after Energy Flow RT. Shotguns have been completed, and the RT is almost complete in Hydro. They probably will get a gate up in Hydro, but for now it looks like Fondes and 2D are going to go after Mimo and take him down. Why we don't have lurks yet is curious to me. I mean, I haven't just, like, missed it. They all still have the proper amount of res. So I don't know whether they're going to do something crazy, but we'll see, I guess. Looks like Foe and Mimo are going to go recap Energy Flow. Meanwhile, Commander and Urkor are going to hang out in Hydro at least until the gate is up. Fondes looks like he's going to go south and possibly go after Obs, which may get rebuilt here. Looks like he's sneaking along. Or no, not sneaking. I was misjudging the speed. But he's going to go after the guy in Satellite Relay, which is Bip Bip. So Bip Bip versus Fondes. Fondes goes into the vent and just waits around. Probably will go backwards and attempt to hit Obs, which is not currently up. Meanwhile, up by Fab, we have Loneliest Hitman versus, who just goes down to Mimo and Foe. Yeah, excuse me. We got Pumper up there just chilling as a Gorge, watching from above. Where's he positioned? He's just up by that RT. Oh, he's up on the glass just watching. He's saying hi. Anyway, we got Hummel running through Obs again, which still has not been recapped. We just had Fondes take down a Marine in Gravity. Gorge upgrades have started. And they do have enough enough biomass for Bile Bomb. So that'll be definitely to their advantage, especially since FrenchCompany does not seem to be playing particularly aggressively. Bip Bip is going to attempt to save that RT, which is now long since dead. 2D's up on the thing in the center of the room and will just jump on his head. He probably could have waited another 2 seconds and then won that, but it looks like a combination of Pumper and 2D is plenty. Foe up has a shotgun, but is all by himself, so if 2D is able to time it right, he should be able to get that shotgun out of play. Looks like we do have one Marine going towards the Gravity RT at the moment, and a Skulk is taking down the power in observation. Looks like Aircore is also going up towards Fab, but Foe is still alone. They are able to save the power there in Obs, along with starting to rebuild that RT. Meanwhile, the gate and base was being harassed by 2D, who then trips over a mine and dies. Foe is going to get a welder, it looks like, and probably weld the gate and that chair. Meanwhile, looks like Urkor is up in their base being as obnoxious as humanly possible. He gets taken down by Hefty. And they pulled back a couple of aliens for that. They do have a launch control, or they do have that base pretty well set up in fabrication. So if they wanted to drop another hive there, it would probably be no problem whatsoever. They got both fades. They got 3 fades up. They got Lone Hitman, Hummel, and Fondes up all as fades. So it looks like they just skipped lurks entirely. I don't know whether they decided that. I don't know. I don't know why they decided that. And I guess maybe 2D doesn't lurk. Obviously, since you know, I play mostly with the North American teams. I don't know who plays what on the lower division Euro teams that well, or at all in most cases. Anyway, they got 3 fades in there, and there's some shotguns coming in. If they aren't careful, Hummel is going to go down. So 2 of the 3 fades out, and Lone Hitman may get pwned, but he doesn't. He runs at the very last minute, probably while the shotguns are reloading. Anyway, they got weapons 2 going up. They got a hive dropped in fabrication, and Pumper sitting there to heal it up. All 3 fades are going back to heal right now, and the Marines, Mimo and Kai, are going to push into drone bay and probably get that power back up. Since there is no RT to kill in there, they're probably just going to clear it and keep going. But Bip Bip and Foe are also in there, so I don't know whether they're going to try and get another gate or what. I suppose we'll find out momentarily. The 3 fades are over in shipping, or at least 2 of the 3 fades are over in shipping. The 3rd is up in the plaza area. So Air Corps is going to get hit by both fades and a skulk, and they're just going to grind that hydro gate down. And unless these guys run through shipping together quickly, key part being together, they're going to lose that. They do lose that. They finish the Fab Hive. Kai and Bip Bip are not going to probably be enough to take down those fades. They are going to scare them a little bit, but since they did not get back up fast enough from Mimo should just turn around and run. Well, okay, he can cycle the shotguns and then run. Cycle the shotguns and then get out of there. Don't lose your shotgun too, dude. You're going to lose your shotgun too. Air Corps, again, also going in one by one. So unless he's cycling a shotgun and then running away. Okay, he picks one up. That's close enough. Shoot the fade. Shoot the fade. Yeah, this one by one thing is probably killing them. Though if Hummel makes the wrong turn out of Hydro, he may end up getting hit. But he does go out the south way through shipping, so he actually will be fine. With Bip Bip and Kai moving back in, they will be able to get at least 1 shotgun back. Looks like one of them just disappeared. So they probably will get that one, get the 1 back, which Bip Bip now has and is reloading. But he got separated from Kai there, so that could have gone badly if Fondes had been paying more attention or had actually gone after him. And Mimo is just killing some sys change. We got Hummel moving back in there to try and kill Kai, who is working on the RT. Fondes also pushing in at the same time. However, Bip Bip goes down and Kai goes down as well. They did not get that RT finished. It was pretty close, 66%. Meanwhile, down in Gravity, we got Mimo working on that RT. But he's going to get taken down. It is desysted, but probably not enough to kill it. We got Pumper working on the power there in energy, which is very low, and Lone Hitman will come in there and probably take down Foe if there isn't too much lagging going on. That lag is probably making it really hard for Foe to get hit. At a certain point, Lone should probably just decide to get out of there, because there are 2 Marines in there, and he's all alone. But he's apparently going to stay. Or, okay, he was going out towards the Fab direction since that hive is complete. They're getting armor 2 right now, which should be done in a second here. They're taking down the OBS RT yet again. So much better res biting now from TAWsome. 8 RTs down. We have the little fight here with 1 fade who is very low, gets stuck for a second on the little thing in the middle of the room. Actually, 2 fades that are very low, one of which was low on energy as well. So they better get out of there very promptly. They're getting an advanced armory right now. It does look like we're up to 62 res, so 2D can go Onos whenever the heck he wants. So I guess we'll probably be seeing the shells since they went Crag Hive for the Fab Hive to uh, give them their respective upgrades fairly soon. They do have plenty of res to drop those. Looks like they're all setting up here and they're going to blow up some mines and then go after the ops. I believe that is under that giant pile. Air Corps is going to come in, but there are fades, so that ops gets melted.
Station under attack.
Lone Hitman is very low though, and if he might. Oh, okay. Hummel did clear that. For a moment there, it looked like they were going to get pinched, but it looks like Air Corps is the only one up, and he's going to try and take down Pumper, but does not succeed. The power is now out, but Drone Bay has been dropped. They are building Drone Bay, with Mimo and Foe being the ones down there. Along with Kai. I'm sorry, he must have been hiding behind the little health bar.
Command station under attack.
So they're going to try and get that up. There goes their first IP, but since they've lost Mono, that is not exactly good. We've got 2D heading that way. They do have a lurk up in Hefty. Tootie still has not gone Onos. I mean, not that they really need it at this point, because that they are, you know, still down all their upgrades. They're incredibly squishy Marines. So this should end very quickly here. Yeah, there we go. I just saw somebody leave, so I believe that is the GG, and TAWsome will be taking this 4-0. There is the GG. So they're going to just take down that RT. They didn't even need the Onos.
Command station taking damage.
We just have 3 fades, smacking the comm chair forever. Okay, GG's. Yeah, I do think that, alright. I do think that both teams could probably do with a little bit more organization, but I do think that definitely FrenchCompany does need to work on making sure to group up. They do definitely need to group up more. They need to make sure that they aren't like being silly and repeatedly suiciding in with shotguns. When your buddy dies as a shotgun, or when the guy in front of you up in the next room that you're trying to go back up dies and you have a shotgun, you should back up and wait for the next, whoever the heck is behind you, so you don't lose, you know, potentially 2 shotguns. But it's like little things, and I think that would really increase people's play. I really hope, as I said, that both TAWsome and FrenchCompany are going back and looking at their games and making sure to go and you know, see what they can learn, see what people have said in like, you know, chat. I think I repeated some of the things that were said. Just make sure that they can learn from it and try to improve it. And I hope they're doing, you know, I guess scrims / PCWs that I'm hoping that they're doing lots of pugs or gathers, doing a lot of stuff to make sure that they're getting a lot of practice in and working with other people, because that's part of what I think makes it so that people can move up to Div 3 rather than be in Div 4, is that working together. Yeah, you still maybe can't hit the broadside of a barn, but at least if you're working together, you're starting to get that whole like teamwork, advancement, doing awesome, all of that. And I think that at this point, TAWsome has the advantage in that aspect. They were doing a lot more smart plays, at least comparatively. Yeah, still, both teams sometimes would screw up, but that's a given. We aren't talking Premier Div here. We're talking all of us nubs who are still learning. And that's all good. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys all had fun. I'll have to go look and see what other games there were today. I believe this is probably the last game that was on today. Let's see. Let's take a quick look. See if there's anything on tomorrow. Where is that schedule? Okay, Monday. Monday we've got TK Masters versus Vexta. That's Division 3A, and also at 2 p.m. Eastern. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, we've got Div 4A, which is She-Wolves versus Diamond Gamers. The first one, TK Masters versus Vexta, will be on Sedenki's channel, and the She-Wolves versus Diamond Gamers one will be on Ice's channel. So you guys can go and check them out when it is appropriate. I will be streaming again on Thursday at 2:30 with Div 2B's Elfear versus Radical, which should be a good game. And it looks like we're going to have to start getting some more Week 2 games up, because I don't think many are scheduled as of yet, so I hope you guys are keeping an eye on the NSL site. And yeah, making sure to catch whatever games are up and what other ones have been going on today, since I obviously missed some of them. So I'll have lots of stuff to watch. I'm sure you guys do too, and I will see you guys later whenever the heck that happens to be. Thanks for joining.